Crystal Obi. Welcome again to the Happy Hair Mentoring Program. I'm so glad to see you again today. We're going to continue walking through the book, It's My Prerogative, My Hair, My Way, Every Day. And we're going to continue talking about all the fun things that you're learning and that lots of people are just having so much success with. And so today I want to remind you to don't be afraid. Fear is such an emotion that can keep you from reaching any of your goals. And so some of the lies that we've been talking about are things that will make you more afraid and keep you from having the hair that you want. And the lie that we want to talk about today is that you can get the looks that you want using 100% natural products all the time. And the fact of the matter is, the reason that's a lie is because sometimes you can't use 100% natural products and get the looks that you want and to continue to be consistent. Now, I know that the reason that you want to use 100% natural products, like going to the grocery store and just getting an avocado or using mayonnaise or just straight eggs or, simply only apple cider vinegar or things like that, stuff at the grocery store. The reason that you want to do that is because you're trying to be healthy and you're trying to have a successful hair regimen without hurting your hair, because you probably come from a background where you've been using lots of chemical relaxers and colors and just harsh heat and lots of braids and brushing wrong and combing wrong and just so many things that that make your hair a disaster, that you overcompensate and overcorrect and say, I'm just gonna go 100% natural. And what happens is you fail to remember things like there's no preservatives in products that are 100% natural. And so whenever you don't have preservatives, like say in an avocado, or say you make your own hair conditioner and all this kind of thing, if you don't have any preservatives in there, what happens to an avocado or any type of food product whenever you just leave it out on the counter? Well, the same thing happens to it in your bathroom whenever you're using that on your hair. And the thing that happens there is mold. And you can get mold and fungus and all types of other things simply because it's a food product. And so if you're making up batches of hair, concoctions in your kitchen and then taking them to your bathroom and where it's nice and warm and moist, you could be creating a recipe for disaster on your scalp and at the same time not get the results that you want. Have you ever, made some of your own hair products and everything and it worked one time and then the next time it didn't work? That's because the next thing we want to talk about is consistency. So maybe you read something online or a family member told you about putting something specific in your hair and you did it and you're like, oh wow, that really worked. But then the next time you tried it, it didn't work. Well, that's because whenever you don't have products that are salon grade and made to last, that you could get a good result one day for whatever number of reasons, but then the next time you can't depend on it. And what really what you need to do is have a hair regimen that is dependable and consistent, because whenever you have a regimen that's easy for you to maintain your hair and easy for you to style your hair, you become confident. And with confidence, that's what's going to lead you to hair happiness. And so you don't want to do things that are going to make you feel, embarrassed or nervous or anything. We're all about making things easy for yourself and having long-term success. And so the next thing after, the preservatives and the consistency is the fact that you have to remember that, civilization advances. It's not a bad thing to have products with a little bit of chemicals in it if it's used to stabilize the product and preserve the product and mix correctly and all the things that happen in a professional hair product that is made to penetrate, the hair shaft and, stimulate your scalp, all the things that you need to happen in order to have a healthy head of hair. And so think about 100 years ago, the reason why our grandparents may have put something on their scalp, it was because that's the only thing they had. And they had the advances up until that point. And so what you don't want to do is revert back to things that your grandmother did simply because you think that's healthier, when in reality, every year that passes, science is making more discoveries in order to make life easier. Like I remember my grandmother saying that she called the dishwasher a maid. She was so excited whenever she got a dishwasher because now she didn't have to wash all her dishes by hand. It was like the biggest deal in the world for her to get a dishwasher. And so we have so many things that make life easier. We don't want to go back and do everything 100% natural and make life harder just because we are afraid because of mistakes we may have had before, or things that we may have done because of our lack of information. And so I just want to remind you, don't be afraid. Be willing to try products that are made specifically for the results that you want to get. And the product I want to remind you about today is our Botanical Garden Texture Cream. Now this texture cream, whenever you're trying to just wear your hair out naturally and you just want to, wash and go, this is what I always recommend, especially for kids' hair. But whenever you want to just wash your hair and get a little bit of curl definition and, smoothing out your curls, put this in your hair. And it's our Botanical, Garden Cream because it has lots of great botanicals in it to help your frizzes, tame down and, get rid of tangles and things like that. All the things you want whenever you're trying to wear your hair natural. And I just say it's a must have in anybody's arsenal when you're trying to wear your hair natural. And then next I have our Flawless Argan Oil Defining Paste and Edge Control. And I always tell you, everybody needs to have some of this because whenever you want to smooth your hair and you want to wear a ponytail or wear your hair up, this does the trick. But it's not greasy, it's not flaky, and it works on, straight, wavy, curly, kinky hair, everybody's hair. But it gives just enough hold, not too much hold, but just enough hold for you to have a great style every day. And you can use it to create styles. Like if you want to do a twist out, this is the perfect combination for that. You use the Botanical Garden Texture Cream and then some of the Edge Control and Texture Paste, and it just makes your hair regimen so much easier to navigate without a ton of chemicals. Now what we do in our product line is we use just enough chemicals to make the stuff work because you got to have your results, but we also make sure to keep it as natural as possible because we like having a healthy home and a healthy family, and we know that you value that as well. And so we want you to set yourself up to win. Don't let fear stand in the way of you getting what you need. And so if you've ever been afraid, whenever you've been on your natural hair journey, to try products that were not just homemade, I want you to just stop that today. And I want you to remember that there's people here on your side. We're here helping you, and we're coming up with new ways to help you get the styles you want, coming up with new ways to help you have the routine that you need to have, and we're on your side. We're not doing anything that we think would hurt you. We use the products ourselves. We use them on our children. And so if you are concerned at all about that, just remember that we are here to help you. And so continue going through the book. Make sure to get your regimen, fill out your calendar, and play around with some products and find the proper product mix that you want. And just don't be afraid. Have fun. Set yourself up to win. And I will see you next time. I'm so glad to be able to talk with you today. It's been great. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Please send them in. I love getting your stories. I love getting your questions. And I just love being able to connect with you. You're not alone. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.